goes without saying that helping someone doesn't include gossiping about what you've learned. And for those of our listeners who don't know Rick personally, he is a vault. it He never gives any personal information about anybody that he counsels. It's almost a little irritating sometimes because you'd like to know more details, but absolutely not. But isn't this great advice? Do not grow weary of doing good, or as my mom always says, err on the side of generosity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Positively. Be wise in that giving. Last story. Okay. Fifth story. This is giving time to hear someone's personal experience and seeing it begin to go down an unproductive path. Okay. Giving you a hint, it ended up turning a little bit. At some point in life, somebody called me late at night. Now, that doesn't happen regularly, but it's not that frequent. And to be honest, this person may have been in a different time zone. So, it was late and they had an issue and they wanted to talk it out. And so I listened for about 2 hours.
Oof.
But sometimes you have to listen. You have to listen so you understand. And so began to see, okay, there's a lot that needs to be dealt with here. And there was another one of the brotherhood who they knew very well and they kept referring to. So I asked them, I said, can I talk to this other individual? And they said, sure. So this other individual and I worked together to help this one individual, which was really wonderful. But they had this tendency to just be overwhelmed with the anxiety and the difficulty of the moment and get back into the spiral of the story again and again and again. So we set up a pattern and said, okay, here's how our conversations are going to go. We're going to talk once a week. And at the end of this conversation, we're going to have one or two questions that we're going to ask at the beginning of the next conversation. Your homework is to think about it based on what we did, and let's pick up where we left off, because the point was to make progress. The point was to work through. And so we did that a few times, and they would get stuck in this spiral and go downhill and all of this. And so finally, in one conversation, I said to them, I said, look, I'm going to end up having to cut a conversation short one of these days because we have to make progress. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Well, the next week, it didn't work. It just didn't work. And they were stuck. And I said, what about the questions? But wait, I got it. I said, no. You don't understand. This is our agreement. But wait, you don't understand. Yes, I do. So we're going and we're having, it's becoming not a good scenario. So I said to them, I said, okay, I'm hanging up now. And I hung up on them.
Wait, you actually hung up on them?
I hung up the phone. I did.
Whoa.
Oh dear. Did they call you back?
Not then.
Okay.
Not then. But the end of the story was we had maybe a conversation or two after that. But several months later, I heard from this other individual that was involved, and they said, because they were in constant touch with this person, they said, tell Brother Rick that what he did was really helpful. Because
Wow.
it shocked them into I got to get on the ball here. I got to move forward. So again, it comes down to giving with wisdom and following through, even though sometimes the follow through isn't the most comfortable thing you'll ever do.
So would you have hung up on them again? The same thing? Would you have done anything differently?
No, I would hang up again. I
Yeah,
don't.
it sounds like it was handled
Yeah,
appropriately.
I don't like, and those are things you don't want to do. But sometimes we have to do the things we don't want to do to
Yeah.
accomplish the things that need to be done.